Welcome to another edition of Misadventures in Farmtown with Charlie Many Layers. Today what we're going to try to do is we're going to attempt to do some 9 layer offset plowing on this farm of mine here on farm 22 or 21, I'm sorry. And just to save time, I have already previously opened up 8 different tabs of the same farm, and just so you see how we do it, we take the mouse up and we put it on play, and then we do a right click, open a new farm, a new tab, and you'll notice all the way over here on the end it is opening, and it's currently opening up. Once it gets up and open, we will then place it in the offline mode by going over here to the little lock and disconnecting it from there. Then and today what I'm going to work on is we're going to take and do a 5x5 plow to plow the 9X crops, okay, or the field area. So we go over here to our toolbox and we find our 5X plow, and pardon my head here because I can't see it, but we do believe it's this one right here. And when we bring it over here, I'm going to put it in this corner here so that I know exactly where it's at the whole time. And I'm going to start off by blowing this up just a little bit so we can see it, and we'll get a right size here. And I'm just going to do one square of 25 for each of these at this point in time, just for simplicity. If you're going to do more, you would just continue on over and so forth. But we're going to just put it right there in that corner, and we've got it even with the corner. You always want to try to have a starting point, and this is going to be our starting point today. And once we get that in there, we can take the plow out of our hand, and you notice that it did close or did save everything there. And then before I leave this page, I am going to go up here to where it says save to disk, and we just did all the updated. Then once we've done that, we can go over to the very next page, and again it's the same thing, except this time what we're going to do is we're going to use the same plow, the 5x5, which I believe is that red one, and we're going to come over here and I'm going to expand him up so I can see him and so that you can as well. And what my first layer is, my first one I put right there. This one here I'm going to move over one click, still on the bottom, and that's where it's going to go. But we've offset it just by one space. Once we've got that, we can take and save it. Okay, we've saved it, and just for fun's sake, I press here so that the plow is out of my hand. And then I go to the next farm and bring it up, do the same thing. Okay, maybe we'll get a little quicker here in a minute. And if anyone has questions on this, don't hesitate to ask. This is not, I don't normally do a 5X because I'm not particularly crazy about the 9x9 or 9X. Okay, the first one went right there, the second one went right there, and the third one is going to go one space over, if we can get it. Well, I'm not sure I got it. So that's the problem with these live things. We don't necessarily have everything rehearsed. There we go. Same, it's on the bottom, and it's over 2 spaces this time. If we make a mistake and have to start all over, that's not a big deal. Okay, we've got that out of the way. We can save that. And I wished I had a pause on the TV or on the video camera. Unfortunately, I don't, so you'll have to just bear with me. We are 1/3 of the way there. Okay, this time we go to this farm, and bring him up, and we expand him just a little bit so we'll be able to see him, and bring my plow up here so I can get it. Find my mouse. I can almost see what I'm doing here, so bear with me. Okay, there's my 5X there, and I click on it, and sure enough, there it is. Okay, now the first row we put down on that bottom down there. So now we're going to bring it up just a little bit. We're going to start off in that corner again, just like we did the very first time, except this time we're going to go up one and against the left-hand side. And we click there, and there's that one. We'll go down and get rid of my plow and go up and save it. And it's right there. Pending changes are saving. Pending changes have been saved. Okay, we go to our next one. Again, I realize this gets monotonous, but the placement is critical on those things. If you happen to have two of them on the exact same spot, it's not going to be a big problem, except for the fact that you won't have 9X or 3X or whatever you want of the offset plowing. Okay, we go down here. We've got the big plow again, and I'm on. Okay, this time we're up one and over one, and this time we go over another one. No, we go to right here. Yeah, and yeah, right. Sorry about this, folks. I don't take notes. But, okay, and then we save him there. And we come over and we save the pending changes. And we go to the next one. Now this is going to be up one over two. So we go get our plow. See where the mouse is. And pardon my head being in the way. But, blow that up a little bit so I can actually really see what I'm doing. Okay, again, we're up one. As soon as we get there, I gotta, okay, we start in the corner, we go up one, and over a second one. Okay, so at this point, we will have done 6 of our 9 fields. Okay, if we stopped right there, we'd have 6X plowing. 6X, we've got on 2 sets of rows, 3 different, and okay, I have to bring that down to save it. My screen got a little bit bigger, or I moved it up too far, one. Okay, and them pending changes have been saved. And you'll notice we've just worked our way right across this top up here. Now we're going to this tab here, okay? We don't need to be connected to the server right now, so we'll just unclick that. Leave it in the offline mode, bring it back up here, bring this down, get our mouse, or get our plow, and he's right there. And just for fun, we will try to see if we can. Okay, here's the corner. Okay, we're up one, over 2 this time. Nope, wrong. We're on number 7. So, therefore, we start at the corner, we go up 2, 1, 2, off the corner. And we can kind of keep track by seeing where we are on that there. So we should be right there. Now, if I were organized and all that kind of stuff, I would probably have this all written down somewhere. And unfortunately, in my case, I probably wouldn't even be able to see what I wrote down, so it's all mute anyway. And besides, this is misadventures, not adventures. Okay, so we've got that one saved, and we're ready to go to this one here. Okay, again, this is 2 up, and in this case, 1 over. Okay, we got our thing up here. We go get our big old plow. Now, if I were doing this a whole lot, I would probably take that little tool and move it in to my other menu so that I don't have to go look for it so much each time. Okay, we're up 2, so we're starting in the corner. We go up 2, there's 1, 2, and this time we're over 1, just right there. And we hit the clicker there, and it goes, and we come down here and hit the little standing man and get rid of the plow, and then we go up here and we take and do this. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I may know the answer, I may not. I'll sure try to get back to you and give you the answer if I can. Okay, we have got at this point 8 of the 9. Here's number 9, the one all the way on the left. This is one I actually started with to begin with, and just in case you're wondering why that one field is, or that one plot is plowed up there. Sometimes you go in here and you can't do what I'm doing. It just says this is a red zone and we're not going to take, just like here. If I was trying to put something in there, I would have erased that there, and then that would allow me to do this. But now don't need it. So we're down in the corner where it goes green. We're up 2, 1, 2, and we're over 2 this time. 1, 2. So we're up 2, over 2. And we hit click, and it goes through and does its thing. And at this point, we can take, without further ado, because I don't think we made any mistakes on the way, and if we did, we'll go correct them another day, is we can go through and close every one of those fabs. Boom. If I had made a slight mistake, I could go in and make the changes to my mistake, because I have not brought them all up at the same time. Click and click and click, and you'll notice how that's just moving all over the place. And click. I could have also done it from the other direction, but it's just whatever works best for you. And I'm soon to get down here. I'm down to the last 3. I will not close the last one, but you'll see that it still shows just what we had there to start with. Except now what we do is, you see it's still sitting there, but now what we do is we go through and refresh that page. And when we do, we will come back, and the good part about this, and the reason I'm using this laptop today, is that my main machine that it's sitting on top of is not doing very well today, and I keep crashing on Flash about the 3rd or 4th frame up. And you'll notice this is a 6x or a 9x pattern. You come up 1, and you can see how as I go up, it shows the thirds, and when I go over, I go a third at a time. And one distinctive view that you can always notice is, see how this edge here is actually looks like it's not plowed under, but if you were to go over and go to the next one over, you'll see that it does indeed take part of that, and then the one over all the way over takes a little bitty part of it too. But that's your 9x9. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And just in comparison to what that looked like, we're going to go over here up a little ways somewhere here. This is the original project, and this is a 3x3 going sideways, and it has this distinctive movement here, except in this case you can see that they're much larger. And if I go down, I go a whole step down, and this is the way I generally work, is 3x3s. I work down and then over as I need. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a message, and we'll try to get back with you. Thank you for your time.